Hello future engineers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends. To your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe. Hello viewers, future engineers, subscribers, and students. This is another set of problems in calculus about interpretation of derivative as velocity. Then I hope that after this video you can be proud in interpreting the inter interpreting derivative as velocity or instantaneous velocity. So here is the first problem. The graph shows the position function of a car. Use the shape of the graph to explain your answers to the following questions. What was the initial velocity of the car? Was the car going faster at B or at C? Was the car slowing down or speeding up at A, B, or C? What happened between D and E? So here is the graph about position versus time. But before we answer these questions, remember that the slope of the tangent to this position versus time curve represents the velocity, instantaneous velocity at various points on this curve. And it is also the slope of the tangent to this curve. And I hope that determining whether the slope is positive or negative is no longer a problem with you so that you can understand the explanations here. And whether one slope is of greater magnitude than the other, I hope that that's also not a problem. So remember that slope is positive if it is inclined up to the right, and it has greater magnitude if its angle with the positive x-axis in counterclockwise direction is greater. So that's it. So looking at this curve, the tangent at the origin is of course horizontal as shown, and therefore for a horizontal tangent the slope is 0. So since the slope is 0 and slope of the tangent to this position versus time curve is interpreted as instantaneous velocity, so that means the initial velocity at the origin is 0. So remember, velocity instantaneous is derivative of s with respect to time, and that is interpreted as slope. Then, for the next question, was the car going faster at B or at C? At B, if you draw the tangent, so that's the tangent, it has positive slope, but as we move from B to C, the tangent decreases. It's sloping up to the right, but it is decreasing. So up to here, which is this like a point of tangency here. So this is the point where the velocity is lowest between B and this point here. And from here, from the velocity here, it increases, it's speeding up to C. So it means that the car is going faster at C. And another proof is if we draw the tangent at C, the slope of that tangent is greater in magnitude than that at B as shown. So it is more inclined up. So that means that the car is going faster at C. So from here, although there is velocity at B, but the rate and the magnitude is is lesser compared to that at C. So it slows down first, then up to this point, then after that it it is speeding up to C. So the car is going faster at C. Then third was the car slowing down or speeding up at A, B, or C. So at A to B, the tangent at A is greater. So meaning to say the instantaneous velocity at A is higher, then at B it's lower. So it means that from A to B, the car is slowing down. So from the start up to A, it is speeding up. Then that's why the car is speeding up at A. Then at B, it slows down because comparing the tangent at A and at B, the slope of the tangent at B is lesser. So that means it slows down at B. And because point C is a point of inflection, this is concave up, then concave down. So that's why at C it is neither speeding up nor slowing down. So we cannot tell. This is the point C is a point of inflection. It is a point where concavity changes direction. So it means that that's the point where the velocity is fixed. And we cannot tell if it is slowing down or speeding up. So that's why it is neither speeding up nor slowing down at point C. Then what happened between D and E? So notice that between D and E, the tangent is horizontal. DE is also horizontal. There's no change in position. So that means in this period, the car was at rest. So at rest from D to E. So the car was at rest or did not move from point D to point E. And the proof of that is the slope is the tangent is horizontal, so velocity is 0, or there's no change in the position. So that's it for that problem. For this next problem, Vina is driving along a highway. Sketch the graph of the position function of her car if she drives in the following manner. At time t equals 0, the car is at mile marker 20 and is traveling at a constant speed of 45 miles per hour. She travels at this speed for exactly an hour. Then the car slows gradually over a 2-minute period as Vina comes to a stop for dinner. Dinner lasts 26 minutes. Then she starts the car, gradually speeding up to 60 miles per hour over a 2-minute period. She drives at a constant 60 miles per hour for 2 hours and then over a 3-minute period gradually slows to a complete stop. So we sketch the position versus time curve and remember the interpretation. The derivative of s with respect to time is instantaneous velocity, and it is the slope of the tangent to the curve. So beginning with time t0, the car is at mile marker 20. So that's why it should have the position initial is 20 and is traveling at constant speed of 45 miles per hour. She travels at this speed for exactly an hour. So meaning for the entire 1 hour period at the start, the slope of the tangent or the curve itself is a straight line, and the slope of that line should be 45 miles per hour because slope is derivative of s with respect to time. So m equals v equals ds dt 45 miles per hour. So that's the graph for the first hour. Then She travels at this speed for exactly an hour. Then the car slows gradually over a 2-minute period. So we have 2-minute period here. This is not drawn to scale, by the way. So 45 miles per hour initial slope, since the car slows gradually over a 2-minute period, so it means that the slope decreases. So until it is horizontal, because Dina comes to a stop for dinner. So the tangent at this end of the 2-minute period from here is horizontal. So this portion is horizontal, or the slope of the tangent is 0 as shown. And it is mentioned here dinner lasts for 26 minutes. So from this point to that point, the curve is horizontal. Then she starts the car gradually. Of course, the initial speed would be 0, or horizontal. The tangent is horizontal here. And gradually speeding up to 60 miles per hour. So meaning from this point to that point, the curve is concave up. And the tangent here is again 60 miles per hour. The slope of the tangent here corresponds to 60 miles per hour as shown in the figure, and this is 2 minutes. That's the initial tangent, initial velocity 0, then the velocity here, the slope of the tangent corresponds to 60 miles per hour. Then she drives at a constant 60 miles per hour for 2 hours, so that means this is again straight line, and this line has a slope of 60 miles per hour, which represents the constant velocity over this 2-hour period. And then over a 3-minute period, gradually slows to a complete stop. So again, the curve is concave down. So initial tangent 60, then it decreases until the tangent here is horizontal. So that means the car is at rest at this end, ready for the complete stop. And the period is 3 minutes. So that's it. That's the graph. And I hope that you were able to follow the explanations and solutions.